Well, there's no denying it anymore. Shraddha was indeed battered and bruised before she was butchered. This 27-year-old promising life was gruesomely snuffed out after years of torture, of brutality, of abuse. In fact, we are going to tell you how this may well be the final nail in the coffin of Aftab's defense. In fact, let's try and piece together everything that we've managed to access. The pictures, the chats, the testimonials, which will reveal the barbarism that Shraddha was forced to endure. We are going to first carry you a picture from December 2020, cuts and bruises crisscrossing across Shraddha's face. This picture of a battered woman is just a glimpse of how Aftab had terrorized her. You can see here, this is the cut on her nose, which shows the butchery that she had endured. There is a bruise on her cheek as well. This is the part where you can see her bruised cheek. And not just that, she's got a swollen eye that we were showing you in that as well. And in addition to that, there are these marks on her neck. This is the part that you can see. There are these marks which are undeniable, which are there on her neck. This is the cut on her nose. These are just a small glimpse of perhaps the kind of butchery that she was enduring. In fact, now let's also tell you how Shraddha, by her own admission, was also being battered and butchered. Let's show you these WhatsApp chats. These are chats between Shraddha and Karan, who was her manager. And we are going to tell you how in 2020 itself, she admitted to her boss that she was being battered. She says that yesterday everything got sorted out after going to his parents' house. Then she goes on to say he is moving out today. This is way back in 2020. And I won't be able to make it in today. This is to office because of all the beating. My BP is now low and my body hurts. Energy nahi bachi hai bed se utarne ki. That's the way that she has been battered. She says, I don't have the energy to even get up from the bed. She goes on to say that I need to make sure that he moves out today, writing that sincere apologies for the trouble that I have caused you. Of course, on the other side, her boss was also there, and she said that the way it has impacted work, I'm sorry about it, apologizing again and again for what has happened. She says, I need to do more rounds of the police station in a while, so I cannot come in to office today. This is proof since I am taking leave, and she puts out attachments as well that we have not been able to access, to which her manager Karan says, you take rest and calm down now. He goes on to say, where are you now? Very concerned about her whereabouts, as the rest of her friends. Drop me a message when you meet the Mahila Mandal people. So clearly Shraddha was going to the police. She was going to the Mahila Mandal. She says, you guys can share the place and you will be at peace at least for some time, is something that her manager says he will make sure that you are safe. He is talking about another one of the friends. He says, Bache, don't be scared. We are with you. Assurances which are coming in of a concerned colleague. He says, you're protected all the time at my place as well. Thank you for so much for all of this, Karan, is what she had said. And not just that, there are also other chats that we've managed to access where Shraddha can be seen speaking to another one of her friends who asks her about these bruises and cuts on her face. In fact, her friend asks, Jesus, what happened to your nose? Love fell or something? This is after the bruises on her face. To which Shraddha replies, fractured it. Then the friend says, ouch. Shraddha says, yes, I tripped while climbing the stairs. The friend says, getting better? To which he says, yes, it's almost healed, maybe a couple more weeks it'll take. Perfect, is what the friend has said. Now, what's very interesting in all of this is that Shraddha is saying that she was not battered, that this is a result of her tripping. But here on Times Now, we've also managed to access hospital records as well as doctor records who have openly said that yes, indeed, she was battered and bruised despite the fact that she was trying to cover up, it seems, for Aftab. In fact, Times Now has spoken to one of the doctors who treated her at the time. He categorically says, yes, he remembers Shraddha, and says that yes, it does seem that these are signs of a battered woman.
जी जैसे कि आपने इसे श्रद्धा को देखा था, अब आपने पढ़ा, मतलब याद नहीं आता, बहुत सारे पेशेंट आते हैं, तो क्या आपको कुछ समझ में आया कि ये जो ब्रूजेज हैं, जो स्वेलिंग्स हैं, ये क्या मारपीट की वजह से आते हैं या कोई गिरने की वजह से आते हैं? मतलब
हो सकता है, गिरने से भी हो सकते हैं, मारपीट से भी हो सकते हैं। ऐसे देखो फैमिली डिस्प्यूट के केसेस तो फ्रिक्वेंटली आते हैं। काफी बार पेशेंट्स खुद, मतलब जो भी फीमेल रहती है, जनरली फीमेल ही विक्टिम रहती है।
बेसिकली देखिए, गिरने से इतना नहीं लगता, मतलब जिस तरह से फोटो आपने देखा, इस बेसिकली जो आपका एक्सपीरियंस है वो क्या कहता है?
हो सकता है ये बीच में एक दूसरे के बीच में हाथापाई हो जाए तो
हाथापाई
छोटा, हाँ
है ना, तो उसकी वजह से क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम आती है? सूजन आ जाती है, क्या क्या जो आपने
सूजन आएगा, जैसे उनको बैक एक हुआ, जैसे समझो कमर के ऊपर थोड़ा सा मार वगैरह कुछ लगा, या तो मारा या फिर गिर गए और कमर पे लगा, तो बैक एक वगैरह होना है। जैसे उनको थोड़ा सा पैरों में, उनको रेडिकुलोपैथी, मतलब पैरों में भी दर्द वगैरह हो रहा है, मूवमेंट में, जैसे वॉकिंग में वगैरह डिफिकल्टी।
Considering she required hospitalization and neck pain है, बैक पे पेन है, मतलब जो इम्पैक्ट हुआ है दैट इज ऑफ अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्गर फोर्स
का रह सकता है।
जब हमने एडमिट किया, इसका मतलब डेफिनेटली जो इसके साथ मारपीट हुआ है वो ज्यादा मारपीट है ना, तो ये ज्यादा मारपीट की वजह से ये क्योंकि जिस तरह से आपने फोटो देखा, आपने सबसे पहले देखा, कुछ आपको याद आता है कि क्या वैसे कैसे एक्ट कर रही थी? क्या है,
काफी पुराना है ना केस,
लेकिन जिस तरह से हमने
अपने जब बताया तभी मुझे ध्यान में आया कि मैंने इसको देखा, नहीं तो मैं पिछले 2-3 दिन से न्यूज में बार बार वो हर चीज उसके बारे में ये कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन मुझे कभी लगा नहीं कि इस पेशेंट को मैंने देखा होगा।
तभी उन्होंने कुछ इस बारे में मेंशन किया था, ऐसा कुछ धुंधला याद आता है कि किस वजह से ये इम्पैक्ट हुआ या कुछ हुआ?
एक्चुअली वो भी मुझे केस ही याद नहीं आती, आपने जब बताया तब मैंने देखा
फेस याद आता है
कि इस पेशेंट को हमारे यहाँ पे एडमिट किया गया था, लेकिन मुझे पता ही नहीं था कि श्रद्धा को यहाँ पे कभी देखा था।
अच्छा सर, वी नीड योर स्मॉल एक इंटरव्यू सिर्फ ये रिपोर्ट के ऊपर। ये रिपोर्ट में क्या बोला गया है, क्या अपन समझते, सिर्फ एक छोटा सा इंटरव्यू, कुछ नहीं, सिर्फ इसमें जो पन्ने में जो लिखा है ना, वही आप समझा दीजिए क्या है, क्योंकि हमको दर्शकों को बताना है कि क्या है, तो सिर्फ एज ए एक्सपीरियंस, मतलब एज ए एक्सपर्ट आप
पेशेंट को ट्रॉमा था, लेकिन मैं ये नहीं बता सकता हूँ कि पेशेंट को मारा गया था।
मत बोलिए ना, बराबर।
In fact, Shraddha's friends also revealed the toxic relationship that she was in. They claim that Aftab used to snuff cigarettes out on her back. Listen in.
श्रद्धा मेरी दोस्त थी कॉलेज के टाइम से, एंड हमारी दोस्ती इस बात पे हुई बिकॉज वी आर इन द सेम ग्रुप, BMM और प्रोजेक्ट्स एंड ऑल साथ में किए. दैट्स व्हेन वी स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग टू ईच अदर, एंड दैट्स व्हेन द फ्रेंडशिप डेवलप्ड बिटवीन मी एंड श्रद्धा.
ओके, तो लास्ट टाइम कब बात हुई थी? आफ्ताब को लेके क्या बातचीत होता था?
आफ्ताब को लेके इट वाज वेरी मिनिमल. द लास्ट आई थिंक सो वी स्पोक इन 2019-2020 अबाउट आफ्ताब. And she just wanted me to meet him once as a friend, so all of us met him. So I met him on 2 separate occasions and I didn't find him anything special. ऐसे normal ही लग रहा था मुझे, nothing ऐसे stood out, yeah. But उसके बाद I spoke chatting में last to Shraddha on the 4th of May, where she spoke to me about a reel that she wanted to put out, and वो उसे करना था, तो she just messaged me and that was it.
Okay, so was there any consequences where Shraddha talked about how her abusive relationship was actually performing?
Yes. She spoke about, she went to a lady friend of ours, who I cannot name obviously, and she told me that Shraddha is being getting cigarette butts on her back because Aftab is lighting it out on her back, and so we should do something about it. So a couple of our guy friends, they went to Aftab and they gave him a mouthful, and they told him that we will go to the cops over here, that if you continue this behavior, you continue to be hostile against Shraddha, we will definitely take the legal route. But then Shraddha eventually was too scared, and she requested us like a lot that to not do it. Later we found out that she was being blackmailed by Aftab to such an extent that he told her that he will suicide and name her family in it. And we didn't think this through, and because of that Shraddha also didn't think this through, and that is why we didn't go to the cops and all. We were like, ye chhodne wali isko eventually.
Now this is perhaps just a small glimpse of how Shraddha was battered and bruised, both physically and emotionally.